welcome to the table a player making his 4th shootout appearance, Hammad Miah, and a player in shootout number 5, Steadman.
So our latest quartet of matches comes to a climax with Steadman against Hammad Miah. Steadman 3 times a round of 16 player in ranking events. Hammad Miah just the once. That was the Paul Hunter Classic a couple of years ago, but hot-footing it from his extraordinary win just now is the hitman Michael Holt. Michael, congratulations, but you did need a bit of help from your opponent there.
Yes, I was lucky really. He didn't know the rules because he had 2 great chances to win. But you need luck in this event, and I'm going to get there just think about how lucky I am.
I mean, was it definitely the case that he didn't know, or did he just have a brain freeze? Because I mean, out there, the ability to think clearly, and you're a veteran of these shootouts, you know, it sounds easy in practice. In reality, it's very difficult.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time it's brain freeze, like you say, but I don't think he knew the rules, which was unfortunate for him, but very lucky for me.
But having made the mistake once, surely then he should have known the rule the second time around.
Yeah, you'd have thought so, but like you say, it's just absolute mental chaos out there. You can do anything. So, yeah, lucky for me.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, mental chaos. What are your memories of 12 months ago going all the way to the final? It was a great weekend for you.
Yeah, it's brilliant. You know, I embrace the event. It's a good event. I enjoy it. You know, get involved with the crowd, and it's a good chance to earn a bit of money if you do all right. So, yeah, I enjoyed it, and hopefully I can do another one this year.
Yeah, and it's serious money, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, 7 matches, that's an hour and 10 minutes for £50,000 and ranking points, so that's a big deal.
Yeah, and obviously what comes off it, because I think you could get in the champion of champions, and just the confidence of winning something, even though it's like this format, it's still a win. So, yeah, we'll see how we go.
And you talked about embracing the crowd, and that is a big factor, isn't it? Because on the face of it, particularly for a lot of the young players, and we've seen some of the wild cards, the youngsters, you know, they look a little rabbit in the headlights out there, which is entirely understandable, because this is a very alien environment to the one you'd normally expect in a snooker match. But you, and I remember last year, you played up to the crowd quite a lot. You seem to embrace that, which is important if you're going to do well here.
Yeah, I think you've got to, that's my personality, so I like, you know, having a bit of a joke, so it suits me in that respect. But, I mean, as for brain freezes, the first time I played in it, I actually did the same. I didn't hit a cushion. I rolled up behind the black, I think, against Stephen Lee.
Really?
So it can happen. I mean, you know, people are more experienced, it can happen, so, yeah.
I know it's a bit crazy to talk about favourites in a one-frame shootout, but clearly, given the guy has yet to win a frame, never mind a match as a pro, obviously a capable player, he won the gold medal in the African Games last year, but you were clearly firm favourite there. Did you feel that? Did that add to the tension in your arm, thinking, oh, I've really got to beat this guy because he's not won a frame yet?
I think, in a way, yeah, not a little bit, but I think you know this format of the game. It is a toss of a coin every time, so you know that you just got to get your head down and just try and get through it. So
there was the captain, Ali Carter, fresh from his win earlier on against Chen Sifan, and that was a pretty tight one in the end. Ali got in early. Chen was threatening to fight back to win, but in the end, Carter got over the line.
It's just amazing how the game can go wrong so quickly. You can look like you're sort of guaranteed to win, and then one bad shot, a kiss or a cannon, and then all of a sudden it's the pendulum swings.
Well, talk about glaring errors. Steadman has just brushed the yellow there on his way back to the red, so ball in hand for Hammad Miah. And this looks like a pretty decent chance on the face of it to do some damage.
Yeah, you've got to try and take your time, as daft as it sounds here. I mean, the balls are there, it's all basic shots. Just try and be careful. See there, I think he's going to have to play another cannon here. He's not keeping it as simple as he can.
Neither of these players have really made their mark in this tournament before. Steadman has made the second round a couple of times, but Hammad Miah playing his 4th shootout. He's yet to get past the first round. Could this be his day? He looks like he's up for it and enjoying it.
Yeah, he's a good potter, got a lot of cue power. Is this him? Yeah, well, he's lucky there to land dead straight on that blue. He didn't play on that. So now if he can get on the black here and keep things simple, he could make a 40-50 break.
When I was about to say sitting in your chair, but of course you don't have the luxury of a chair in the shootout. Do you feel the tension, the anxiety building when your opponent's at the table? He's just gradually building a lead, and you can see the clock ticking down. That must be super tense.
Yeah, when you're not at the table, 20 points behind is like 3,000. But when you're in front and you're at the table, it seems like nothing. It's weird how the mentality changes. But Yeah, here he's got a tough pot here. If he gets this, he looks heavy favourite. Oh, he knew that as well. You could just tell he knew if I get this in, I've got a great chance.
Yeah, it was the significance of the shot, wasn't it, that made it that much more difficult. And so the lead stops at 26, still handy.
You see, he was ball in hand 2 minutes ago, and you think he's going to win. All of a sudden, you know, he's back in it, Craig is. So he just turns so quickly.
Well, the good news for Miah there was that he didn't leave anything as a result of missing the red, so he's still in control here as we head towards the halfway point.
Make sure it's a cushion.
How conscious are you as the day wears on here in Watford of the decibel levels becoming
yeah, it does get a bit
higher?
Yeah, as it gets later on in the day, it does get
and the language goes from sort of PG to X-rated gradually as
yeah. I won't bring Jude if I play tomorrow night. See, now with all these citrus, you're going to try not to knock a red near the hole, because, you know, again, you let somebody in again easy. But because you haven't got much time to go around and look, so you sometimes play a few shots hoping it won't go down near the pocket.
How important is it to sort of be thinking about your strategy even when you're not at the table, so that you're constantly thinking ahead of the game because you've got so little time compared with a classical match?
It's hard because you don't know, obviously you don't know how you're going to be left, but you're just hoping they can make a silly mistake and then you can score some points. But it obviously depends what the score is.
And are you very mindful when you're at the table to try and maximise the 15 seconds or now 10 seconds that you've got, so that you're using up every possible moment while you're building that lead?
Yeah, if you're in the lead and you're at the table, then use your 10 seconds, obviously, because you're running the clock down. But then you can do that, miss, and then he can bite you because you don't get another chance because you've run the clock down. So sometimes I think you can overthink it. If the balls are there, just try and pot them. You know, you can start getting too involved and take your focus off what you're trying to do. Because if you keep potting, it don't matter.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, isn't it? That the danger is to overcomplicate matters when, actually, if you can just stay at the table, there's nothing your opponent can do. And that's never been any different in this game of snooker, regardless of the format.
Yeah, I mean, if this is a normal format, the professional, you'd think, right, this is a great chance to sort of go way clear. Then, but this format, you start thinking, oh, well, I'm going to run the clock down, do it. And it's just, like I say, it's mental chaos. Just get on with it and pot the balls.
Do you feel as you come off the table after a match like this that your heartbeat has risen appreciably?
Mine's still going.
13.
It was so funny to see you practically wrestling the cue ball out of the referee's hand when you realise what Amin had done.
Well, when he did it, I was looking to cue up to it, I thought, what are you doing? I nearly said, no, mate, you've got to hit it. No, keep your mouth shut. But no, he did it, and then he did it again.
Yeah, I said just now, you seem sympathetic, but not that sympathetic.
No, definitely not.
It's dog eat dog out there.
It is.
And there's 50 grand available.
Correct.
How are you feeling about your game in general, Michael?
I'm feeling quite good generally. I think this season, I thought I'd do better at this stage. I got in the Grand Prix, which means I'm in the top 32 on the 1 year list, but that's the same with me. I don't feel I'm so inconsistent. You know, if I could play 70-80% of what I can do more often, I'd obviously do a lot better. So that's something I have to just keep working on, really.
Well, this match is still very much up for grabs. Steadman whittling away at Hammad Miah's lead, and it's
it's a nice flick.
It's a modest one.
But now he's got to get the extension, so he can do an extension. No, can reach it. It's just me. I'm so short. Obviously, we shot last year and I chipped it into the pocket.
Even by the standards of the shootout already this year, we've had so many tight matches, so much drama. I mean, not least in your match, of course, but we've had a couple of blue ball sudden death shootouts. We've had a couple of quite magnificent centuries.
I wanted Daniel hit that blue to win. That was brilliant. You know, when he hit that, the long blue to win when he, on the respawn.
It's a terrific win, wasn't it, by Daniel Wells?
You see now, obviously, do you run the clock down? Do you stop yourself potting? Just keep potting. That Gary Wilkinson always told me, pot balls, duck, and you go all right.
Well, Steadman's in front, but he's not safe yet. There's still time for Miah if he can get back in, and that's a big if right now. Steadman will be doing his best to make sure he doesn't. Well, something's got to give here with a minute and 15 remaining.
He's gone for the double.
It's only 10 points. It's only a few pots, but
if you turn this down, that wouldn't be. I don't think that'd be. I could understand it, because if he misses this, it's easy to miss. could hear that very well.
Yeah, he's
1.
Playing snooker here.
still at the table. That's what matters, doesn't it? With just a minute to go. Keep your opponent away from the action and you should be safe.
Yeah, looking good now. You never know. VSC can hit the ball hard.
Craig Steadman 1.
Well, that's certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons. Pretty good safety, actually.
It's not bad. Craig's heart would have been in his mouth there, because if one goes in, if one flies in there, he could win easily. Even now, you think 18 seconds is ages. Be Craig, but no, he puts it over there and now, he's going, oh no.
That's glass half empty, that really is, Michael.
Yeah, but you just see what can happen.
Well, that's true. Yeah, this tournament has proved us that anything can happen. It's all over. Hammad Miah had the chance early on, but Craig Steadman got back in and did the business to book his place in the round of 64. Congratulations to Michael Holt.
Thank you.
Through by the skin of your teeth.
Very lucky boy.
Maybe it's your weekend.
Well, you never know.
Perhaps you can go one step further than you did last year.
We shall find out. Thank you.
Good luck in the next round. Michael
Cheers,
Holt
Thank
through.
you.
So is Craig Steadman.